ladles and jelly spoons, bugs and grubs, potatoes of all ages. It is time for a stream. It is time for the Wizard of Oz. Look at that. Music stops just as I start talking so you can hear me all nicely. It's lovely. Happy Saturday, folks. Let's run through the intro because that's the thing we do around these parts. There's the planet Earth. And this is, in case you're wondering, the Wizard of Oz. Our main save for Football Manager 2023, which began with Adelaide United FC in Australia, just down the road from my house. We won the A-League, we won the FFA Cup over a couple of seasons. Got sick of the board, so we ran away and found ourselves in South Korea, of all places, with the mighty Jeonnam Dragons FC, where we won K-League 2, K-League 1, Korean FA Cup, and the Asian Champions League. But we weren't done yet. Oh, no. We up stumps and went off to Italy for the power of pink with Palermo FC. The money ran out, so we ran away again. Came to Germany with the mighty Arminia Bielefeld. Got promoted from the 2 Bundesliga to the Bundesliga proper. And we have just finished our first Bundesliga season and survived. We want to win the European Champions League. We're a step closer to that. If you missed last night's stream, you missed an absolute barnstormer. How the hell are we all? I hope you're good. It's Saturday here in Oz. We are getting in an early stream, about 2 hours earlier than normal on a Saturday night, because I'm going out to see my mate's band. I might even stream again when I get home. Depends how hammered I get. I'm not getting hammered. I'm going to behave myself. But things are afoot. If you cast your eye over the league table, we finished in 6th place. That was good enough to earn ourselves a spot in the Europa Conference League. But then we played the German Cup final and we lost to Bayern Munich 2-1. It was an epic struggle. The guys did really well to stay in it, but alas, it was not to be. In fact, we lost that game in injury time. They needed 6 extra minutes to finally get past us after we equalised. So no shame in defeat. But because they won that, a Europa League spot went back to the league. So we're not in the Conference League. We've qualified for the friggin' Europa League next season, which is madness. We're not ready for it. We're not equipped for it. But there's lots and lots of money. Speaking of money, 41 million quid in the bank. We've got a big transfer budget, about 20 mil. A big wage budget, which I've had a fiddle with. More on that shortly. If we go to the club vision, we've got some stuff happening. Training facilities are getting improved, which is nice. They're not awful at the moment. We've got pretty good training facilities. They're going to be a bit better, which is excellent. The goals for next season, be competitive in the Europa League, so don't get destroyed every match. I think we can manage that. And don't get relegated. That's probably the bit that worries me more than anything else, because we're not really equipped, as I said, to compete on 2 fronts, but we've got to do it, so we'll make do. Hayden's in as well. Sorry, Hayden, I missed your messages. We are good here. We are fired up. Now, other news. As we know, I didn't want to go there. I wanted to go there. The team needs a bit of reshaping for next season. Ribeiro is absolutely leaving us. We've already sold him. Kovermans is staying. We've secured that transfer. We're also on the verge of losing what was a very, very good right winger for us, Sahel Goy. We're definitely losing Ivan Pollard. Edgar Law's going to go, but we've never used him. Mohamed Fathi, we secured his services for next season last night on the stream, so he's coming back after a successful loan spell. David Doom is also joining us permanently. Sebi Richter is likely to be leaving, and Bernardi is not coming back and wouldn't want to if we invited him to, because he was very mistreated this season. That's on me. So that being the case, we need some players. We need a right winger, we need a striker, we need a goalkeeper. We've got centre-backs on the way into the club for some extra cover. But yeah, we need to do a bit of work. So before I started the stream, I was just having a poke around because I was a little bit curious about what certain players would cost. And we put in a few offers. Now, Antoine Gill is currently under offer from Metz. I'm cool with letting him go because we've got Stenman there and he's always injured. He's never going to reach his potential here. So 3.5 mil, bargain. We've put in an offer for Sahel Goy because we're going to lose Pollard. We won't be able to get him back on loan. We can't afford his transfer fee because it would be astronomical. But chances are, if he'll sign, and he's very keen through the transfer contract negotiations, 11 million. Not bad. He's not as good as Pollard, but we know he can do a job. So why the hell not? Also, Billy Stapley is a guy we've been scouting for a couple of seasons. He's 20 years old. He's a right winger. He's at FC Bayern. Bargain price, 4 to 6 million is what he'd cost. Expensive wages at 52 grand. But he'll be a really, really good option on the right-hand side for us. He's quick. He's good at attacking. He's got good technical skills. He's physical. Can't defend for crap, but that's all right because he's a winger. Yeah, feeling pretty confident about that one. He's played a season for the second Bayern team. It's gone great guns. He's had a loan spell in the championship where he did all right. Quietly confident he can do a job for us and not for a ridiculous amount of money. Basically, bidding off Gil means we almost get him for free. And when you factor in the cup money, 2.6 million for the final, yeah, it's almost like a couple of free transfers, which is not awful business at all. So that's where we find ourselves. The mission for tonight, finish it off. We did line up a goalkeeper to come in. He's old, he's not very good, and I think we can do better. So goalkeeper is absolutely on our shopping list. And one of the conditions for signing the other dude, Billy Stapley, is we may have promised to strengthen the midfield if he signs. He is attracting interest. I keep clicking on the wrong thing. He is attracting interest from other clubs. I believe it's Fulham who are in for him as well. If we have a look at Fulham, they're 16th in the Premier League. If we have a look at the competitions for the senior squad, they get knocked out all the time. They finish well down the table. It is the Premier League, not the Bundesliga, so that might turn his head. But yeah, chances are the prospect of playing in Europe might tip the scales in our favour. Out of curiosity, how much would Mbappe be? Mbappe is old in this save at this point, 2032, but consistently in contention for Player of the Year awards. So there he is. He's still a player. Kylian Mbappe would be up to £243 million. You're playing at home, that's about 200% more than our entire transfer budget. I've got a stray hair in my friggin' eyebrow that is doing my head in. I just ripped the hair out of my eyebrow. The one that's being annoying is still there. This is the content you attend for. I know. Apparently, Mbappe sucks in the air and he can't defend. But everything else is ridiculous. That's disgusting. At the age of 33, £775,000 a week. Why not? We'll get two of them. So, mission for tonight. Goalkeeper. Potentially a midfielder. Get as far through the transfer window as we can. Yeah, our roster 12 times over. And the rest. His wages per week are more than our wage budget. Even when I've sort of tipped him over to get the extra 100 grand for those two signings. That's horrifying. You never know. Maybe we stay with Arminia Bielefeld for the rest of the save. We go on a run, we win the Europa League, we start winning Champions Leagues, winning Bundesligas, getting all the money, and we have a team full of Mbappe level players with disgusting wages. But I doubt it. To get a player of that caliber though would be amazing. It's just not going to happen. AFL Young Player of the Year award for Simon Carter. He's a right winger. Also extremely expensive. I got excited then. Ooh. Hey, so Helgoy is going to join us. We haven't been rejected by Arsenal yet, I don't think. We did apply for the Arsenal gig last night, if you missed that. Because whoever was managing them got sacked. We throw our hat in the ring. I think it's still on the go, but we're not going to get the job. Yeah, so there we go. In terms of the deal, 10 million in total. 50 games for us, they get $500,000. If we win the Europa League, they get another $500,000. I thought I'd throw that in there so they can wet their beak a little. Minimum fee release clause of 14 million, which would still be a massive profit for us. And some of it's on installments. So it's only 5.5 million up front, which I think is a tidy piece of business. And that is the striker problem resolved. We know Sahel Goy can score goals, unlike previously when we've had to replace a striker, where I have completely screwed the pooch and bought rubbish players. So that's something. What were we going to look at? Staff, the job situation. Let's check it out. Yep, so Arsenal job's still there. Still floating around. And there's nothing else on offer that is even remotely tempting to apply for. So we shall continue on our merry way and focus on the Arminia Bielefeld. You know this game's rubbish because PSG just won a Champions League. Ridiculous. Yeah, you can do all of that. Staff contract set to expire. Yeah. Yep, get rid of that. Well, actually, we can leave all of that. No. Director. There we go. Negotiate renewal. Cool. Don't offer contracts to them. It's the one chop. Welcome along. Good piece of business. Not sure so many people against installments, but that's all it is done. Yep. If you couldn't do it in the real world, they wouldn't be in the game. And I guarantee that no club in history, when they've signed your Neymars for a couple of $100 million, or Ronaldo for 150 million, or whatever the hell the fees were, or whatever, have just taken a big wad of cash and said, here you go. Or even bank transferred it. Doesn't happen. Pretty much every deal is on installments. Franco Rao is goalkeeper. He'd be good for 2 Bundesliga. He's got the potential to be a good Bundesliga goalkeeper. He's wanted by a few clubs, including Man City and Villarreal. 7 to 10 million. Let's acknowledge his existence. Tempting. This guy's 21. He's got bags of potential and relatively cheap. Less paying a release clause. Yep. Yep. As long as you're not overcommitting on the installments. Kind of got to be sensible with them. Like a club like us, we got a good bit of cash from our first season in the Bundesliga. I would not be committing to like a 50 million quid deal with 40 million on installments, because there's no guarantee we stay up next season. And if we don't, we can't afford that deal. We're a bankrupt club, which doesn't happen in Football Manager anyway, because you miraculously get investment or a takeover or something to resolve it. But yeah, I like having a budget. It's nice. This guy's not really good enough. We can't agree a new contract for Michael Fish. He's rubbish anyway, so we walk away. Hear about the bid for Man U? No, I know today was the deadline, or like today, tonight, yesterday-ish, whatever. And I'm hoping Elon Musk doesn't put in a bid and buy the club. Which is weird to say, you know, because Twitter's totally turned around now. But yeah, it's looking more and more like it's going to be like a Qatari consortium that buys the club. And then it's kind of hard to gauge, like, the Glazers are horrible, but which is the lesser of two evils here? I don't know. It's out of my hands. Completely out of my hands. Nothing I can do about it. If it was up to me, the club would have been bankrupt years ago. I would have bought all the players. Bundesliga, best save in Europe. Bayern, 5 or 6 sides change. Yeah, like we've been running a squad in the Bundesliga with primarily youth saves for what, 2-3 seasons now. Youth saves, youth players, and it's fun as hell. I'm loving this club. We did a very similar thing in South Korea as well. South Korea was fun as hell. Highly recommend it if you've never managed an Asia. Asia? I can't even talk. Load up South Korea and start in K-League 2, work your way up, because our time at John Yam Dragons was phenomenal. We got so many legends and heroes out of that. A couple of them still with us now, even in Germany, 2 clubs later. Francesco Donati, now 31, and our club captain, where's he gone? Parky, where you hiding? There he is, Park Sung-min. Legends of the save. Speaking of, we need to check in on someone. It's that time. There he is, still at Incheon, still playing. Not scoring as many goals as he used to, though. We really did capture lightning in a bottle, didn't we? 36 goals in 38 games in 2025. Still, at the moment, best striker in the save. I can't see anybody breaking that record. And yeah, it happened in South Korea, but still, nearly 40 goals in a season. And all of that with a 2.5-star player rating relative to the rest of the squad. And we had some really good players. Yeah, Lingyu was great. Lisi Huan, our goalkeeper over there, who conceded like barely any goals at all. He was phenomenal. And we're yet to have a goalkeeper as good as him again since. And he was like 2-star, 2.5-star. Never progressed beyond that. Awesome. I think Guan and Yum and Mooney. Oh, hey, we're getting Billy Stapley. Suck at Fulham. 4.4 million up to 6 million with the installments. 14 million minimum fee release clause for Champions League clubs. Not a bad piece of business there. And if they want to buy him back, it's going to cost him 12 mil, so we double our money. We're wheeling, we're dealing, we are crushing it. Last time I used star ratings for a player. Yeah, at most they're a rough guide, and since they introduced the dynamic player ratings, so based on form, the star rating will fluctuate, and it's also relative to everybody else in the team. So because we've had Pollard here for 2 seasons, he's a 5-star player, like flat out. So we know Goy's good, Chuckman, Jaeger, Sebi Richter, like they're all good players, but how much better are they going to look when Pollard leaves? We're going to have a team full of 5 stars. Because he's like massively tipping the scales. So you've got to take him with a grain of salt and just sort of trust your instincts. And we're doing something different in this save, which I've never done before, and trying to rely more on the little pictogram, histogram, Juby instead of like out and out attributes. Because I don't believe for a second that real life managers get a spreadsheet and are rating players based on a number out of 20. I think that's more realistic. And realism mode is on for Wizard of Oz. Hence, like last night, applying for the Arsenal gig. Because in real life, I would absolutely be a mercenary and throw my hat in the ring for that job. Because money. I keep forgetting Ivan Pollard is Australian. He scored a goal against the Philippines, which is like shooting fish in a barrel, but whatever. Parky's had a great game for Korea Republic. And Fathi played alright for Iran. Good for them. Ermin, is he nearly out of contract? No, I'm not giving a new one now. What did we sign Ermin for? 2.8. So even if he goes with his release clause, we double our money. Is anyone sniffing around him? Nah, it's fine. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not seeing Pep Guardiola or Arteta sitting at their desk going like, let's see. Well, we could start Haaland because his pace is 16, but then we've got this young kid and his pace is like 18. So based on these two numbers, that's how... No. That's a bad example, because at the moment, if you've got the ability to put Erling Haaland on the pitch, you do it. Assuming he's like at least 45% fit, you put him on. Same goes for Marcus Rashford at the moment, because that dude is in ridiculous form. Tempered by, grains of salt, because they play some rubbish clubs too. So, I don't keep the level. Oh, I don't even know when United play next. Haven't checked. But I'm going out tonight, so it doesn't matter. I won't be watching it. And my bestie might be coming along. She's doing a thing. But some message last night was like, I'm going to try to sneak away. Come on, so that'll be awesome. Because I don't think we've actually hung out since Christmas. It's crazy. Who's this guy? Our chief scout. Okay, I'll allow it. Had no idea who he was. Like, oh. Yay, new deals. We've passed fair play because we didn't have any money. Oh, we copped a tax bill. Ah. Well, now Pollard. It's there last night. When the VOD's there. Here on Twitch, it'll be up on YouTube in a week or so. Pollard was not on shirt sales last night. Wasn't even there. Parky was the highest shirt seller, if I remember correctly. So this has changed. I call shenanigans. But still, it makes sense because he was player of the year, so why wouldn't he sell the most shirts? But we brought in more cash. That's always nice. We've got a new, fresh, worldwide scouting budget, which if they hadn't given us that, we would have tweaked things and taken it anyway, because we're monsters. And we spend all the property coins. I tell you what, I feel way more relaxed securing that Goy signing and bringing in, what's his face on the right hand side. That dude. Not that dude. In. Look at all this business we've done. Madness. Dapley, that's his name. He's only 20. He's got room to improve. I'm excited. That's a good pickup. Goy up front. Very happy with that. Koverman's permanently. Again, 46,500, not million, £1,000. For a kid at 23 with that potential. And he was good all season. Off the bench and filling in for Parky. Zero complaints about that. Barthy's a good deal at 2.5 mil. This guy, Mauro Correa, as more cover as defensive mid and centre back. It's only 19. He was 18 when we signed him. What do you mean I need a scouting report? I already scouted him. That's why I signed him. Whatever. This kid is a director of football job, so I don't care. And this is the guy who was coming in to replace Ribeiro. He had a pretty good season for Hoffenheim. Played a lot of foot. 63 games. Oh, that's over 2 years. 33 games, conceded 35. Not awesome, but we've probably got a better defence than Hoffenheim, given we finished above in the table. And I didn't even know he played for Bayern, Inter. Wow. All right. I still want another goalkeeper, but he'd be good for mentoring. Pelic is a midfielder who's expensive. But he's on the loan list. But they want to make a profit, so we can't afford that loan because it would be disgustingly expensive. I'm drinking coffee out of the Deadpool mug. Because again, I'm going out tonight. I want to be awake. And I'm looking down here. You can't see it because of my face. Let me fix it. Look at that. There's John Yam. 4th place in the K-League. Look at them go. And John Buck aren't on top for once. Ah. Very cool. Because we all have a soft spot for John Yam. They're our boys. And we left them with no unfinished business. We won everything we could possibly win with that club. I'm very happy. We didn't win squat with Palermo. And I wouldn't go back. Pollard has punished Bangladesh for having the gall to play football. And South Korea have liberated Kuwait of their chances in World Cup qualifying. So good for them. Was I pleased to see Pollard scoring from his country? Absolutely. I'd be more pleased if he wasn't leaving and going back to Borussia Dortmund and coming back to haunt us next season. It's a bit like they send him on loan to like France or Spain or something. That'd be nice. Hey, we can bring in a scout. Let's get... this guy's the best one. Contract. Approach to sign. Hello, do you want a job? Yeah, I'll pay 130 grand compensation. Gil has gone. I'm not overly happy about selling him either, but we know he's incredibly injury prone. If we look at development, no, he's gone now, so it won't let me see it. Anyway, it was injured all the time. That's the point. Like, heaps. So 3.5 mil for him. That's not bad. Fix our mentoring groups that shrink, and they'll grow again later when we get more dudes back into the club. We are still ages away from the window opening. So I'm looking forward to 1st of July, I think, is when we'll fix the midfield issue. Not that it needs fixing. Our midfield is awesome. But we promised that other dude we'd strengthen it. So I'm thinking we could go balls out and try to get one of the big name players who gets released by bigger clubs. Probably over 30. But big name player, bums on seats, bit of class, good for mentoring, good for club stature, all that sort of stuff. I'm sitting here thinking, why isn't the game progressing? Just got to click the button. Works better that way. It's weird, but it is a thing. Nothing else is going on. Let's turn the ticker on so something's happening on the screen, hey? Dear oh dear. What else was I going to rabbit on about? I had a thought and it literally just escaped my brain. That's what I was going to say. Over on the YubTubs, my YouTube channel, youtube.com/crazy @ symbol, the @ thing, like email at Deadpool2028. There's a new YouTube short up. What is the content of that short? Our psychotic attacking players laying waste to all that was put before them last season. Ivan Pollard is a striker who thinks he's a hard as nail centre back. So is Seb Richter, and so is Zakowski. Zakowski. They went through a little bit of a period at different times, usually while someone was already suspended for doing the same thing, of kicking the crap out of the opposition and trying to break all the bones in their body and getting sent off for it. Straight reds, all of them. Happened 5 times last season. And I've put together a little bit of compilation to YouTube short. Just check it out. It's 45 seconds of your life. Takes longer to go to the toilet. Brilliant pressing forwards. Yeah, pressing or more assaulting. They were like a 3-man SWAT team. It was disgraceful. And I was angry every time they did it. But in a couple of instances, we did win the game. even going down to 10 men. Ad incoming, apologies, minute 30 of annoyingness. Chuck Vermaker got his first cap for Austria. About bloody time. Chuck Man's an international. You're welcome, football world. And I'm just going to groove. There he is. Pulled a 6.9 in 45 minutes. That's not bad. Barthy played as well, and Carlos Tavares, who'll be coming back from loan, rated a 7.2. The scout we were chasing has gone to Nuremberg. And we are going to congratulate the Chuck Man on his first cap. Congratulations, sir. Michael Fish is leaving. Good riddance, sir. On your space bike. Look at the money these clubs are throwing around. 33.5 million for one player. We won't spend that on total in transfers. I don't think we've spent that. No, we haven't. Between our first season here, where we spent 17 mil, for our first transfer window proper, 17 million, and then last season where we spent about 9. Yeah, we haven't spent that amount of money. Dirk Verst has retired from professional football, which means we need a new physio. So yeah, money-wise, if we look at our transfer history, so last season we spent 9.2, we brought in 16 mil. That's still counting the business we're doing now. Season before, we brought in 20 million and spent 7.75 because we had so many loans. Season before that, spent 20, made 22. Season before that was not our problem. There you go. Interesting stuff. We're good at turning a profit. Oh, do you know what we should do? Check our manager profile now we've had another whole season under our belt. Let's have a look at the most important part of this whole save experience. Me. Right. So all the blue bars are nice. We can speak all these languages fluently now, which is a goddamn lie because I can barely speak English most of the time. We are up to 3.5 star rep. Nice. Our knowledge of Italy is sporadic. Sometimes we forget it's a thing, apparently. And we got 220s now. Look at that. Discipline's up to 20. Motivating's up to 20. People management is up to 18. Nice. We're only 14 mental now. We can be more mental than that. 14 for technical, 13 for tactical, which is fair because we've been playing pretty much the same system all the way through the save. 15 for attacking, 14 for defending. Awesome. We are not adaptable in the least, which is a bit silly given we managed in 4 different countries between 2 continents. Technically 3 continents. Because Australia's a continent on its own, and then Southeast Asia, now Europe. Geography. It's a thing. I'm 50. Bearing in mind too, we started with nothing. All of this was bare bones, with Sunday League rep, no existing reputation whatsoever. So all of this has been done off our own bat. Another half star, bunch of PR offers. Yeah, but another half star, these offers will be from like Norwich and Fulham and Newcastle. We're in the Bundesliga. At this point, if we were going to go to the Prem, it'd have to be one of the big clubs. Or Tottenham. See what I did there? Alright. 3rd position, comp rankings. Good for them. Homegrown players for Europa League. We have no players trained at the club. That's a bit of an issue. Innit? Hear that? Whoopsies. I think we sold them all. Or they're kids who we're not going to use, but we'll need them in for registration. You know all those times we've sat here when other clubs have come in for our youngsters and I've just been like, I don't know who he is and he sucks, I'll spit him off. Might have some regrets about some of financial fair play regs. I'd be interested to know if anyone ever, since they brought FFP into Football Manager, if anyone's ever had a problem with that. Because I've never bothered to explore it or read up on it properly. I've just ignored it and let it look after itself, and it's always been fine. I've never got points deduction or competition ban or anything like that. I think it's a bit like running the club into the ground. Sort of thing, you can't do it. Can fail it, but it take... Yeah, see, then what's the point? I mean, only one club in real life is actually putting in the effort, apparently. Manchester City. Oh, we're throwing all the shade tonight. We are not going to be managing the Arsenal. Despite opting against shortlisting you, the board would like to place on record they feel you would have been an acceptable fit for the club's highly ambitious vision for the future. There are, however, concerns as to your suitability for our vision because of your slight reluctance towards playing attacking football. It's because attacking's for losers, and so is defending. Our whole thing is, let's just kick the ball back and see what happens. We just park it in the middle of the pitch. We don't park the bus, we park the minivan, and everyone just sort of piles out, and then it's like watching a game of juniors where we all just run around in like packs around the pitch. Just a big group of 11 players circulating, all chasing the ball at once. It's great. 770 million in sponsorship for the Bundesliga. The money in Germany is ludicrous. Bayern got the most. Lowest earner was us. Yay! We got a small reputation boost. So we were like, blame the media for how they presented what FFP was versus what it actually is. Yeah. I just think anybody cares. Like, if it doesn't affect you, meh. We've wanted this guy for a while. He's too old now. We missed the boat. We didn't get our cash fast enough. We were the biggest overachievers in the Bundesliga last season. Not surprising. We were predicted to finish 17th. We finished substantially higher in 6th place because we're great. Signings of the season, Ahmet Ushkan has taken that out. 27 million, that makes sense. He punished us all year. Every time we came up against him, he just bloody scored. This guy, what are you worth? Heaps. I'll give him a scout. That looks pretty good. Dennis, with a very unfortunate surname over here, is 26. He's a goalkeeper. I couldn't possibly sign him because I'd just giggle non-stop. Isaac Hansen. He's worth a fortune. So, go. That was a misclick. There we go. And this guy, Michael Jaeger. He sounds alright. We should sign him. Already did. He's ours. Rules change. I never read this either. See, I'm looking at you. I'm not looking at that. And I'm going to click off it and we'll never speak of it again. Mattieo, surprise, surprise, went and got himself injured. He is an absolute misery. And once he comes back from his loan, we're going to sell him because I'm sick of it. That dude's surname's probably pronounced Simon, but it's not how it reads if you look at it quickly. I'd have to give him a nickname and change his name. It would be that bad. And yeah, I'm 12. It's fine. Yes. Scott Mooney. Change all the things. I don't look at my socials anyway. The board would like to hold a meeting in order to discuss potentially expanding the available wage budget for coaches. Does that include me? Do I get more money? I'd like more money. I love the idea. Go for it. Simeon? Maybe. I think it's wishful thinking. We could hope. Scott, we just did this, Scott. Look. Here. Why are you doing it again, Scott? Scotty. You don't have to work this hard to justify your existence. I forget you exist every season. So, just do it once, it's fine. You should be able to hire your own PA in-game. And you should like conduct the interviews and everything for a PA. That would be a good value add, I reckon. Get on that, SI. There we go, more wages for coaches. Coaches' rights. Yeah, none of this is worth expanding, is it? An extra, not even million, or million and a bit. It's not worth the risk. If we're doing alright, we'll adjust this mid-season, but everything else, don't care. It is not worth tempting fate for. You have to click on the confirm button down the bottom for that to work. You couldn't see, I don't think, what I was missing. It's down here, where mouse cursor's dancing around, down the bottom. I forgot about that. Again, with the 36.5 million. It's disgusting. What we want is the most amazing goalkeeper in the world. But like, for free. I don't think that's asking too much. It's entirely reasonable. La 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 la. Hurry up, game. It doesn't help that we've still got a ton of leagues loaded. It's also introducing the 3-leaguer because I didn't have that in existence here in Germany. It only went to Liga 2 or the 2 Bundesliga. So I'm hoping that means our B team, Arminia Bielefeld 2, will actually have fixtures arranged. So I don't have to sit there and organise friendlies every freaking week. Match officials. Do not care. Everybody's wages are going up. What does that do to the budgets? We're fine. And even with those transfers going through, our committed spending at 650, we've still got about 100 grand to spend. Good job, everybody. Keep it up. I approve. Scouting center. Select all. Acknowledge. Scouted players. Show me goalkeepers. I haven't filtered, but keepers who can speak German. Edgar Law's expensive. Do we just buy this kid? Or do we go for Burgermeister? We've been in Germany for 3 seasons and we haven't signed anybody named Burgermeister. It seems like a real missed opportunity. Zegalor's too expensive. This guy already speaks the language. He's playing for Mainz. It's not awesome. Where did Mainz finish in the league? Above or below us? Well below us. So with our defense, maybe do better? Bergmeister. Let's compare you with Radu. I mean, same height. Bergmeister's heavier. Big whoop. It's better in the air. He's 25 though. So what if we compare you with that dude? Alright, Ruddy's got better distribution, same aerials. This guy's less eccentric, which I love. And he's only 21. Yep. So I put 1 to 4 million. Talk to his agent. Hey agent, I want this dude. 2.2 to 4.4. Fine, 16. Deputy. Thanks for the feedback. Let's make a deal. 2.2 million. Let's just trim that down to 2. We'll say, you know what, you can have another 2 million on installments. Over 3 years. And after 50 games, you can add another 250 grand. And when we win the Europa League, you can have another 250 grand that you'll never see. And you can have 20% of his next sale. How about that? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. More wheeling and dealing. Only wants to be a backup, so if he doesn't play, doesn't matter. Yep, that's all good. He doesn't want a yearly wage increase. 4.6 million, which is a tiny profit if we were to get relegated. Let's just bump this up to 10 if we can. And if someone wants to meet his release clause, we double our money. More or less. Getting the hang of this. I was going to change the song, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. We'll make do. La 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 la. We can get a new coach. We should do that. We've got jobby things out anyway, don't we? Yeah. Send me an email, lads. No meetings for me. From FM Genius. Just says that one match in 36 in top tier division. Wait, so you won one game out of 36? It's impressive. Were you playing like a front nine? Did you go ice hockey style and pull the goalie? I think when you go through a run of form like that, that's when you just shut the game down for a week or so and then come back and start a new save. I'd give up. Or move clubs. Ouch. But still, hey, you tried it. You stuck to your guns. Credit where credit's due, I say. Alright, we potentially solved the goalie sitch. I didn't want to be there. I wanted to be there. I want to look at the calendar. Where are we? On the 21st. This is where the window opens. It's a million years away. A million, gazillion, billion years. But we're going to make it. Top division on this test is the worst, best one I've ever seen. I've only seen one person win it. Imagine each match instead of just finals. I can dig it. I'd never go that in depth with anything. Dave doing aerial. No, he's going to keep working on it until he gets more gooder at it. That's the deal. Although he probably doesn't have to. Like that's. How's he going? I know I'm looking at a number. His heading's still crap. His jumping reach is good though. Alright, fine. Recruitment feedback. Ugh. Click. End meeting. Who cares? Yeah. Like I get why folk like yourself have the testing saves and set up tactic, sim it through, and my understanding is it's like a mix of like big clubs, little clubs, blah blah blah. See what works, home and away. I can't be bothered. Too much work. I get annoyed having to set up like staff roles when we move clubs. So yeah, running stuff outside of a save and testing a tactic. Learn by doing. That's my way. Set your tactic up in game, try it, and if it sucks, you can always resign before you get fired. Damian Fernandez has no business being transfer listed. Are you sure about that? I think he does. I don't want to do these. Contract. Get the Doffer to do it. Get the Doffer to do it. And get the Doffer to do it. Fine, take him off the list. That's all fine. Espindola's going to get cranky. There it is. We've got a physio. Parky, have a chat to this clown and sort him out. Fingers crossed. Alright, let's see what he wants. Use to test out concepts from real life. Alright, that makes sense. Oh yeah, the update's coming. So we got that to look forward to on the stream, everybody. With the it's during like March typically that it hits. So everything that's working now is probably going to stop working just as we are like hitting European competition and get the squad where we want it. We get to throw it all out the window. So stay tuned because we'll probably be playing a diamond. You haven't been in best of form. Sorry, I just don't think it's justified. I struggle to agree to it. Try to convince. Open arms. I'm trying really hard. It doesn't work for him. He's going to get cranky. He's going to get everybody on side. And we're going to have to sell him. Nice. Nobody agrees with him. And 10 players are like, shut your face, Espindola. Just shut your mouth. I'm going to sell him. I don't care if he's got no interest. I can make money off him and bring in another midfielder. Aha! We'll try it anyway. Start. Yep. Spiesel. That's a done deal right there. We've nearly done all our transfer business before the window opened. That means all the best players are going to become available on the 1st of July when we spend all the money and can't bring them in anymore. Rah! Yep. Somebody buy Espindola. Somebody, what's going on here? I will have you. The last scout we tried to sign went to a different club. I can't remember where he went. I think he went to Nuremberg, actually. So if we can get that guy from them, that would be awesome. Yeah, the updates are always great, especially the winter one. The winter one is usually where everything goes wrong for me. Except for my Swansea save, because that team was unstoppable. And yeah, I will never ever stop talking about it. We'll transfer list him, and then I'll free him out again. Wrong button. I will take 7.2 million because you, I'm pretty sure, for a free transfer? Yes. Pure profit if we can bid him off. Loan deal set to expire. I'm going to be really sad to see Pollard go with his red card antics and goal scoring. Rick D'Alesso, he was good, but he was very inconsistent. Edgar Law, I would have liked to keep, to be honest, and make him first choice, but we kind of ruined his career by having him here on loan for 2 years and not playing him. Sorry, buddy. And Bernardi could have been good, I just never trusted him. Yes. This guy is the next big thing. And I want him available for the first team at certain points. Probably coming off the bench in cuts. Leon Dole. Who are we going to play? A bunch of Italian teams. Oh, that's right. We're going to Italy for pre-season. So we should absolutely line up a friendly with Palermo. Oh, I know what we should have done. Oh, we will do it next season. Next season, we'll have like a Wizard of Oz or a DP Cup. So if we move clubs or we're still here or whatever, we'll get the 4 teams together that we've managed and we'll play like a mini tournament. That'd be awesome. Adam Giroud. A deal worth 13 million. It's part of the France side who won the World Cup. Plays for Benfica. He's not super expensive. Is he any good? We'll give him a scout. We'll have a look. We don't need him. Okay. No, I'm not doing any of that. And I don't recognise any of those names. Can't wait for the winding up people breaking people's subjects. Yeah. How dare you make changes to the game that make all my exploits not work anymore? Now I've got to find new exploits. Blah! Yeah. Well, you shouldn't have been playing with like 2 or 3 defensive midfielders anyway, and if you're using an asymmetric tactic, you can't tell me that that's not an exploit, people. I'm not having it. You know what you're doing. We know why you're doing it. Stop it. And a lot of the people who whinge that the tactics don't work anymore, I'm not saying all, but I'm saying a lot. Not all, but many of the people who will complain, oh, my tactics stopped working after the update. It doesn't matter because you probably save scumming anyway. And when you lose, you're reloading because you want your undefeated season. Hopefully they'll travel. For most sides, don't want to travel for pre-season friendlies unless they're nearby. Yeah, travel could be an option. Or could be an issue, is what I'm actually trying to say. Approach sign. No. We get the scout. So yeah, we could maybe organise it and host it in Australia, or host it in South Korea, host it in Italy. Like, Adelaide didn't like spending money when we were managing the club, so I can't imagine they'd want to go anywhere. John Yam were always pretty flush, and Palermo were always broke, so might not be a thing, but we'll see. We've got a new scout. Huzzah! Huzzah! I don't even feel like we've been streaming for an hour. It's madness. It's time for Kmart Black Sabbath. Sorry, got distracted there. Asymmetrical tactic, usually attack is behind it. Wide play, make rolls, wide roll. Yeah, I've used asymmetrical stuff, but usually only after I've gone down to 10 men. Or like you said, like in a match situation of like, well, their right back is really sucking, so let's load up on the left hand side and push this guy further forward and play with the second striker because the centre back is having a really bad day too, and we're all over it. Stuff like that, but not very often. Usually it's because we've gone down to 10 men or had an injury or something. Because we're playing a 4-3-3. So defensive mid, 2 midfielders, 2 wingers, striker. So either striker will get injured or a midfielder will get injured or something, and we'll just drag one of the wingers into like an attacking midfield, but slightly wider, so it looks weird. But yeah, I wouldn't use an asymmetrical tactic deliberately. It's not my bag. It's just not my bag. I'm not knocking anyone who does it. If you're doing it, it works. Fill your boots. Let's get off my nose at all. I do have a problem with people that save scumming though. Just stop doing that. Midfield right. Well, there's a very good reason, Mr. Director of Football, why we're like at right hand side of midfield, because we don't play with anyone in that position. You idiots. 3 strikers, yeah. It is, I mean, you can kind of get to a 3 striker thing organically, like, because for a long time I loved playing a 4-2-4. 2 strikers, 2 wingers, 2 in midfield, but you've got to have an awesome team to do that. Like, your midfielders have to be world class to cover all that ground. And your fullbacks and centre backs that need to be top shelf as well. Like, there's no cheap way to build a squad to play that system. And again, this is with the Swansea save when I had the best players in the world. So you can kind of get there if you've got excellent central midfielders, excellent strikers. Yeah, it can work. But yeah, unless you're like in the lower leagues, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Of course, now we get scout report for this guy who's better than the guy we bought. He wouldn't want to come to us anyway, so that's fine. It's funny. The save scumming thing, though, I'll put my hand up. Back in the day, like early 20s or so, I'll save scumming. I was doing all the things, losing a game, going back, reloading, and just being a monster to try and win everything. I have way more fun now not doing that. Like, you're rolling the dice. Random number generator doesn't go your way. Yeah, it'll suck. But just wear it. There's another game. Seasons are 30-something games long. You never know what can happen. We finished 6th in the Bundesliga in our first season with a 2 Bundesliga team. We didn't have to reload to do that. It sucks the fun out of it for you. The point of the game is to learn how it works and get better at it. Can't do that if saves going. This bonnet is B in it. Get out, B. You're not very good, Eloy. $1.6 million. He can play midfield. No one's in for him. Might bring him in after the other transfers go through, which will happen in a minute, because Stapley wants a midfielder. He's a midfielder. He'd be a good replacement for Espindola, who we still need to bin off too, being a troublemaker. We're not putting up with any dissent around these parts. Alright. Sporting received that much from Tavares. Oh yeah, Tavares isn't coming back. He's going to Dweeberg. Bye. So Hilgoy comes in. We get a B for that. We get an A- for Doom, which is awesome. We'll just squad numbers later. I'm not doing them now. Freiburg's pre-season report. They're expected to suck. 11.5 million record transfer. Beating the record we set when we bought Morgana, who we then sold for a profit. Kevin Holtz is out. We've missed out on money for Ogbus, whoever he is. We've released some players. Ochoa, Schallenberg's gone. Robert Kuhn out of here. Signing those notes. We'll do all that. Staff contracts. Yep, delays all around. Significant potential. That guy's doing a thing. Loan players have returned. Not him, but Wolfie's coming back. Real life concept, we try to take advantage of the other stuff. Yeah, I get that. Unless it's buy-in, just call it randomly throw out. Yeah. We what did we do? We lost one. We beat them in the second league game, and then we lost in the German Cup final last season. So, what? 33% record. Yeah, even in the losses, I don't think they absolutely spanked us. We'll check. Last season. Where are you, Bayern Munich? There we go. 3-2. And I suspect... yeah, so we were 3-0 down. We fought back. I remember that game. That was just FM giving us false hope. But yeah, they were all over us. Had way more of the ball. 27 shots. It was awful. And then the next time we faced them... Here we are. 1-0. They came at us, but we had more of the football. Pollard took his chance. So we beat them. Played them off the park. Hey, £1,000 pigs in. Welcome along, sir. Good to see you. And then in the German Cup final, that we sadly lost, barely lost, it was actually a pretty even game. So I'm not that scared of Bayern. And again, they only beat us in the 97th minute of injury time. Could have easily gone to extra time and penalties. If it had gone to extra time, all of our players would have died because everybody on the pitch had nothing in the tank. Streaming less or just no? It was less week before last, £1,000, because I was away in Melbourne to see the Chili Peppers over around like your neck of the woods. But yeah, we were back to normal schedule this week. So stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and now Saturday. 4-2-2-2. I was running a 4-2-2-2 at Taunton Town in my offline save. And it was great until the first update, and then it didn't work anymore. I used it at a couple of clubs, actually. Pollard's going. By Pollard. Seb Richter's gone. Edgar Law's gone. And Ivan Pollard. Let's just take a moment to thank Ivan Pollard for his efforts, because he made a difference. Last season, he wasn't as good, but the first season he came here, massively important to everything we did. 21 goals from 26 games, 7.32 average, couple of assists as well, so 23 goal contributions all up. It was very cool. And then last season, he spent a fair bit of time suspended because he's a psychopath. We learned that about him, but still chipped in when it was super important. He had some howlers, but rated over a 7. Thank you, Ivan Pollard. Seb Richter was far more inconsistent, but the first season he was here, again, 32 games, 5 goals. So what's that, 16 goal contributions? All told, 7.25. And then last season, he was in and out of the squad. He had some injuries. He had a suspension as well. You can see that in the YouTube short, available now, over on YouTube. 6.91. And we got replacements from him. And Edgar Law, we're going to miss his ability to keep the bench warm for everybody. That guy must have buns of steel. All he really did was sit. Okay. Transfer window is open. We've been linked with Maximilian Eckstein, a 35-year-old midfielder. He'd be good for mentoring. But I don't really want to sign a 35-year-old. And then Carlos Gallardo could have been a good goalkeeper for us, but we already signed one. So, meh. Tottenham with buy. And Wolfsburg thought to be looking at the possibility of inverted winger Tomislav Martinovic to Kevin De Bruyne Stadium at Wolfsburg. Look at that. How does that work? Fair enough. Okay, let us have a little look-see. Scanning center, we'll just acknowledge all these guys. Select all, acknowledge. And where, oh where, oh where. First thing we're going to do is look for freebies. Turn that off. We want to speak in German. Contract status. Unattached. What have we got? Anything good? Not really. That's disappointing. What if you take off the Germanic filter? Okay. I'm interested in this kid, Philip Jerry. Nice and PSV are in for him. So, and then Tristan Phillip is being chased by Celtic, and he can play on the right wing, but he can't really do anything else. So I'm less excited about that one. This guy's Brazilian though. Been Arsenal doing nothing, played at America. He's not a very good Brazilian, is he? Would have thought it would have breezed they were. It's just so random, like at Wolfsburg. Did he go wind up there in the save or something? Let's find out. Kevin De Bruyne. Bruyne, sorry. So he was a coach. No, he stayed at City. So one season at Wolfsburg is enough for him to get a stadium named after him, apparently. So this is a couple of seasons at Chelsea. There's got a Genk, Werder Bremen, Wolfsburg, till 2015. Then he's gone to City, seen out his career. And Wolfsburg have said, you know, that 9 months you play for us, have a stadium. What? What? I'm tempted to offer him a gig. I'm not going to. I'm curious about this kid. Oh, why have I got it set to that? It's dumb. He only wants to be a breakthrough prospect. That's pretty low risk deal. Yeah, we'll do that deal. Cover on the left. Can anybody else play on the left? Any good? Gareth. You going, Gareth? How's it going? Gareth, Gaza. Played in the Prem, sort of. No, he hasn't. He's been awful in the Championship. Cool. This guy, I've already looked at him. So he's been at Chelsea, done nothing. He's played at Coventry in the Championship, did alright. Played at Charlton, Prem, Championship. If you weren't 23, I would sign you. But you're not going to get any better. Alright. That's about all we're going to get out of the freebies, I think. If I had 250 million, we'd just buy Mbappe and have a great time. I can't remember who that midfield dude was we were looking at. It was cheap. It's not the guy we had, is it? No. We had an AUS at some point in the save. Oh, Chinese player. That's like money. A license to print money. Billy Stapley, what are you doing injured? You maniac. How dare you, sir? Oh, come on. It's Palumbo. How is he still playing? That one season he played for us, he was awful. We're about to have a mass influx of players. So it was back for 3 seasons. 24-15 season was the same. Yeah, but in this it only showed 14-15. It was 1 year. And then the 15 to 18 was City. I don't know. But still, who the hell names a stadium after someone who was only there for 3 years? Good as he was, seems a bit like Dortmund, like in 20 years' time, going, "Oh, we'll name our ground after Jadon Sancho because he had a good season." Wolfsburg does. It's true. I didn't think. Yeah. That should have clicked sooner. Yeah, and that's why at some point it'll be named the Harry Kane Stadium for Tottenham. The Son Kane Stadium. Damn it. I dropped the stylus. Giancarlo Ribeiro gets 900 grand. Bish is gone. 5 signings finalised. Mara Pereira, 19-year-old centre-back coming in from wherever the hell we signed him. B-, awesome stuff. Alexander Kruger, he's a director of football thing. Don't care. Billy Stapley, a new right winger. It's a good signing. B- for him. A- for our goalkeeper because we got him for an absolute bargain. And then Franz Jeva Spiesel. We got a C+ for. Could be a fair replacement for Ribeiro. Could be a perfect replacement for Ribeiro. We signed good replacements for Ribeiro, apparently. Well done, everybody. No, scratch that. Well done, me. I'm awesome. Alright, Parky, welcome everybody. It's your job as captain. And Dardai can do it as well because he's great, even though he'll be relegated to appearances from the bench this season. Impact sub. He's our Solskjaer. When everything goes wrong, he'll come in and fix it. Literally what he's for. Teach them all how to speak German for me. Let's give everybody some squad numbers. Clear all the numbers. It's not going to do it. We'll clear them all later and then reassign them for everybody. And then squad reg. This is where it's going to be interesting. Auto select. Cool. And then if we switch this to Europa League and go auto select, what have we got? Who potentially misses out? Sikowski, Wolf, Hernandez, and Ouya. Ouya. You know what? I can probably live with that. Locker him out. He's only going to get cranky. Alright, I'm pretty happy. Bruce is gone. Yes, I know you're upset, but go back. Look, Ralph, club, from the bottom of my heart. Go back and watch the VODs for Arminia Bielefeld and watch Ribeiro's moments of stupidity and madness, and you'll understand why I took £9 million to replace him. Good as he was terrifying. We're putting in an offer for this guy. He can play on the right-hand side. He's 24. He's played for Cologne and hasn't really played any first-team football anywhere. Really? On loan, no less. No, we can do better than that. We're going Feeton, Dzeko for KDB. Yeah, I'm going with anybody. Like, we'll name the stadium after him. You know he left you, right? Well, he looked at your club where he was playing and said, I want to go somewhere else because they're better. It's like, they forget this stuff. Oh, we are absolutely selling him to Palermo. He better go to Palermo. Let's do him a solid and send him Uja, who we weren't using. Oh, look, Palermo. Look at him. Chinelli's a captain, Fragnelli's vice captain. Look at that. It's crazy. Any of our guys on the list? No. Segre and Yeba. Nuts. Ah, oh, Palermo. Got him 60 million plus. Yeah, but he still walked out. He was like, I'm going to go play for a real football club. It's fine. You know what? Everyone needs to chill out. These guys aren't even back in training yet. Hurry up, lads. Get back. Everybody come back. Get back in your training. Patience. Yes, I do demand patience. I've already done the registration. We're going to play Sassuolo, Sampdoria, and Dortmund again. At home. We played Dortmund last season and we lost 2-1. So, it'll be a good way to gauge where we're at, I guess. Anybody here we've heard of? We've heard of him, Schallenberg. Absolutely don't want him. You guys are all ancient. Nope. Peter Endo? Nope. We don't need any of them. I don't want none of you. Nanya. Nope. No old men. Cool. What time is it? 7:57. We're about to start pre-season. The transfer window is open. We've made nearly all our signings. We've got 11 million quid left. Maybe more if we can get rid of some of the dead weight. And all we really need to buy, I believe, is a midfielder. A- from the board, A- from the supporters. They're going to delay on whatever's going on here. The Go Ahead Eagles want Uja. No, because that's a joke. He's got an unfortunate name too, in Banal, or Banal. I think Sats left his agent. Good for him. We will unveil these signings in the usual manner of just agreeing to everything. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. I just want to check on the promises really quick. What do we got? Strengthen team in midfield for Stapley. Goy wants to play as an advanced forward, which is what we use anyway. Perfect. Stapley wants to see us improve the training facilities. It's already happening. And become an established Bundesliga team, which is what we're trying to do. So we just need a midfielder. Cool. So we can spend all the money on that, and then it's job done, which is awesome. I was going to take a quick break and get back into it, but I've just realised it's 8 o'clock, and the band I'm going to see tonight, my mate's band here in Adelaide, Cactus Jack, check them out. They're on Facebook. They're very cool. Good bunch of people. Kind enough to let me jam with them from time to time and make them sound awful, which they don't usually. They're very, very good. I'm going to see them, and that's at 9 o'clock. So I've got an hour to get my smeg together, get ready, and get to the show. So we are going to call it a night there. For now, chances are, when I get home later on this evening, I'll jump back on and we'll finish off pre-season, finish off the signings, play some football. Hell yeah! Thank you to everybody for hanging out. £1,000 Pig, Mr. Lucas, the One Show Bar, for dropping in. Keep me amused. Always a pleasure. If you're watching the VODs, thanks for watching the VODs. If you're watching on YouTube, you're an absolute legend. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss anything, because pretty soon these are all going to be coming out the day after live VODs on the YubTubs. Highly recommend. And check out the new YouTube short and see all the craziest tackles I've ever seen in Football Manager. It's nuts. And check out the one with the fight, because that's pretty funny. I'm getting out of here. That is us done for yet another stream. Short one, hour and a half. Short, sweet. Love it. Until next time, kiddies, I shall see you next time. Bye. Bye.